period of time.
We're going to flash back to that 2-1 pitch for you. Here's the 2-2. First of all, he struck him out with a no one will get too mad at you. And Andrus sends a fly ball out to center. Juan Lagares leads things off. Actually, not only really enjoyed the head-to-head seasons. Chopper. Lagares won last night in the loss. Upton doesn't waste any time. That's out to right center field, and that's going to drop in. Lagares being waved around to score, and the Angels are the first to get on the board tonight.
And that's why you put a hit and run on, you get into scoring position, and that's why you're aggressive. Even though he didn't square it up.
For batting average with runners in scoring position, the best mark in the league. 2-0 pitch to Ohtani, foul.
Yeah, what it happens too, Matt, because
it's another thing that was weird.
100% correct what Ohtani has done. It's phenomenal.
2-2 now. We would agree. Full count now. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. There he goes. And Ohtani with those strong hands. Montes. There goes Jay up. And Ohtani shoots it to first. Better pick somebody else.
But a job well done. A 3-6-3 double play.
The 1-2 from Heaney. Popped him up. Fletcher waving. Canna fouls that one off. 1-2 pitch. That's well hit out to right center field. And it's going to split Lagares and Ward. Kemp will come around. Waved around third. He'll score without a play. And Oakland's tied it at 1 apiece. That was a weird one. I felt like somebody could have made a play there.
Yeah, and after it was done, there's still.
Chapman. That's into left field. Upton's up. Canna's being waved around. 2-1 A's. One pitch. Who flied to right in his first at-bat tonight. And Lowry sends that one to center field. Beat by Terry Smith.
Yes. Oh,
a walk and an RBI single is how the Angels scored a run last. How about that slug against the split? The 3-1 pitch.
one of those.
Again, got to pick somebody else. The other way, a rocket into right. Piscotty's on it quickly. Suzuki wrapping around to third, and here come the Halos in the top of the 5th.
Boy, Suzuki got around there quick.
First ball swinging, an RBI single into center field, and the Angels have tied it in the 5th. 3 straight base hits.
Fletch, automatic runners in scoring position. We were joking about this the other day, Matt, about getting a license. It was one of those times where Piscotty, I was kind of glad he made.
Those strikes to Ohtani. Oh, good change that time. That bottom just dropped out of that ball.
Yeah, he took a little bit more off his splitter here. And Shohei way out in front. Gets a chance to swing the bat.
That's a good point. Two balls and a strike. That pitch is giving him fits.
Imagine he's going to try that splitter again, and this time for Juan Lagares, that gets away from
5 or more RBIs. He got him again with a split. Oh, and
You're getting a lot of swing and misses.
Sharply hit to the shortstop, Iglesias. It's all said and done. Good pitch, 2-2 now. The checking.
While we were talking about Joe West on the splitter.
Great comp out there, Joby. You know, and you as a hitter get out there and say, okay, ask.
On the ground for Kemp. And was into the gap in left center field. That's trouble. Lowry scores easily. Murphy into third. They're going to try it with him as well. Throw to the plate's too late. He'd homered against him twice, but that he'd be able to capitalize on what had been a really good matchup was reinstated on May 30th. He broke his left. You put that down as one of the more regrettable items.
Boy, talk about an arm.
Oh.
Oh, Shohei got him! Got him! Yeah!
Oh, Shohei, 18th home run of the season. Wow, was that baseball across 36 extra base hits. That baseball got out in a second.
Walsh, Warden Wong, Kurt Suzuki, the former A, catches at bats number 7. Juan Lagares celebrated his first homer as an Angel yesterday. He's in center field batting number 8. And David Fletcher, after the 4-for-5 opener yesterday, once again batting number 9. Angels getting ready to take swings against Frankie Montas, and they've seen him as recently as this past May. Montas was pretty good in the opener. Starts him with a fastball for a strike. Shohei at 267, 17 big % mark of the season. Shohei Ohtani, who was 1 for 5 yesterday, DHing in the opener. Starts him with. And it is a splitter in the dirt. His big time velocity today. Another split, fouled, or rather sent on the ground. Frankie Montas, 1 plate appearance, it resulted in a strikeout. And there's the slide. 101 in his career. He's been very good, having. Canna was hitless yesterday, 0 for 2. As we know,
moving the glove out of the strike zone.
Thinking the same thing. And he said, man, I wish he pitched like that all the time.
And there's been a number of games when Andrew is.
Lowry sends a fly ball out to the sun. And again, fingers crossed he can avoid a 3rd IL stint.
No doubt.
Angels back to work on Frankie
on that block.
Splitter fouled Frankie Montas, and now it's Taylor Ward, who has hit safely in 4 in a row at the start of play. Murphy wants it on the corner. He missed his location, and Ward lines it into right field. That's a fine plate appearance by Taylor Ward.
A warm weather has arrived in the Bay Area as it is a beautiful day for baseball in Oakland. A's Angels will have it for you right after this.
A's Baseball on NBC Sports California is brought to you by Toyota. With 10 hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. And by Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Lagares being waved around to score, and the Angels are the first to get on the board tonight.
And that's why you put a hit and run on, you get into scoring position, and that's why you're aggressive. Even though he didn't square it up.
For batting average with runners in scoring position, the best mark in the league. 2-0 pitch to Ohtani, fouled.
Yeah, what had happens too, Matt, because
it's another thing that was weird.
100% correct. what Ohtani has done. It's phenomenal.
2-2 now. We would agree. Full count now. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. There he goes. And Ohtani with those strong hands. Montes. There goes Jay up. And Ohtani shoots it to first. Better pick somebody else.
But a job well done. A 3-6-3 double play.
The 1-2 from Heaney. Popped him up. Fletcher waving. Canna fouls that one off. 1-2 pitch. That's well hit out to right center field. And it's going to split Lagares and Ward. Kemp will come around. Waved around third. He'll score without a play. And Oakland's tied it at 1 apiece. That was a weird one. I felt like somebody could have made a play there.
Yeah, and after it was done, there's still.
Chapman. That's into left field. Upton's up. Canna's being waved around. 2-1 A's.
Lots of sunshine and a good day of baseball coming up from the Coliseum here in Oakland. It's the 3rd and final game of the series. It's the Angels and the Athletics that it's coming up right here on NBC Sports California. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Oakland A's baseball along with Ray Fosse and Dallas Braden. I'm Glenn Kuiper. Today the A's go for their 6th consecutive win, and they are clearly clicking on all cylinders as a team. It's been a lot of fun to watch, and Ray Fosse, today they get Ramon Laureano back, so it just keeps getting better.
It does keep getting better because he is outstanding. Some of the great plays that he has already made. His defense off the charts, robbing home runs. His offense is even better, hitting home runs. He's done everything that you'd like to see from a center fielder, probably more so because you'd be happy with just his defense. But how about this saver right there with Rendon almost hitting one out? He robbed him of a home run. And then, of course, he continues to swing the bat extremely well. My concern, everybody's concerned, he's an all-out player. Let's hope his legs are okay because you know he's not going to be half-stepping it.
Well, the A's starting rotation has been very, very good as of late. Today, Cole Irvin will make his 14th start, and Dallas coming off 2 good starts back-to-back for Cole Irvin.
It has been 2 good starts. It's been 3 starts in a row, Pipe, that have seen him go 6 innings, so getting deep into the ball game, or a little deeper than folks have seen most guys around the league go. For Cole Irvin, that start against Kansas City was good. He was very efficient. Didn't throw a ton of pitches either. Only 62 working his way through 6 innings. So arms fresh, feeling good. And for Cole Irvin making his 2nd start of this homestand, big part of why they've had success during this homestand.
Well, speaking of homestands, what a homestand it has been. The A's are 7-1, so a win today, they could get out of town with an 8-1 homestand. And let's see if the A's can do it today behind the big left-hander, Cole Irvin. So Irvin takes the mound. He'll be followed by his A's teammates, and we are set for baseball. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Angels, brought to you by your Bay Area GMC dealers. Here it is: Upton, Ohtani, Stassi, Iglesias, Ward, Walsh, Goslin, Lagares, and Fletcher. That's the Angels starting lineup for today.
Well, it's going to be a perfect game with 27 strikeouts because it's just pitcher and catcher on the field. That's pretty good. But Cole Irvin, 1 start against the Angels. That was on May the 30th. He gave up 6 hits total, 5 unfortunately in 1 inning. 4 runs in the 1 inning. Other than the 2nd inning in which he gave up 5 hits and 4 runs, he was outstanding. So trying to look at that game, figure out what he did in that 2nd inning, forget about that, and continue the streak that Dallas mentioned and how well he's been pitching lately.
Here's the A's defense today. Mark Canha's in left, Ramon Laureano back in center, Seth Brown is in right. Then it's Chapman, Andrews, Kemp, and Olsen on the infield with Aramis Garcia doing the catching today. There's Garcia. So the A's Won on Monday 8-5. They won last night by a final score of 6-4, going for the sweep today. And they get their star center fielder back. So that is a good day for the Athletics. Sky Bolt was sent back to AAA Las Vegas with Laureano coming off the injured list. So that was the roster move today for the Athletics. And Mark Canha slides over to the spot he plays when Laureano is out there, left field. So Cole Irvin is set to go, and so are we as Upton steps in.
What a beautiful day. Dallas, feel for you, buddy, but I know you can handle it.
It's 1,000. I've got an umbrella, and I've got baseball in my lap.
Yeah.
No complaints here.
That's right.
And the first pitch of the game is belted toward right center. Laureano's not going to get it as it bangs high off the wall. Upton hustling for second, and he's in there with a head first slide. And one pitch into the game, it's a double.
The designated hitter, number 17.
Well, it's not surprising because the Angels have lost 2. They're not going to wait around. Cole Irvin, first pitch fastball. Ramon Laureano, he's back. Bare hands. Perfect one-hop throw to second base. And if Upton had Cadillac'd at all, he would have been out. So looks like Ramon's arm still continues the way it was when he went on the IL. And Cole Irvin now is going to have to pitch.
Well, something to take note of for Cole Irvin there. First pitch aggression. Yeah. You said something very, very important. Voss down 2 early.
Yep. Ohtani goes after the first pitch. Olsen and Chapman hustling over, but it's well into the seats.
Well, it really makes sense. As Voss said, lose the first 2 ball games. Got your back up against the wall.
That's Brian Knight calling balls and strikes with Joe West at first, Nick Lenz at second, Edwin Moscoso at third. Joe West, the crew chief.
But Dallas, as a pitcher, when you see hitters being aggressive like that, how much does that help you going forward, knowing that they are going to be aggressive?
Oh, it helps a lot, because now you start to understand, as he's thrown 3 pitches and gotten 3 swings.
Yeah.
Plug your ears.
That's right. Because it sounded like somebody got a fireworks show going early.
Maybe Luzardo just looked to see how far it was going because he knew it was gone.
0-2 to Ohtani, and he watches slider drop low. 1-2. That home run was the 18th for Ohtani on the season, so he and Matt Olson tied for second place, I believe, in home runs. Yes, behind Guerrero, who's got 22 now. Inside to Ohtani as Irvin backs him off.
Well, I'd have to think that the Blue Jays fans in Toronto, of course, they're all over the country, both countries, but you'd have to think those fans are really missing out on a lot and upset that their guy, Guerrero, is doing all of that and they don't get to watch him firsthand.
Got to drive to Buffalo.
Yeah. If you can get out of Canada.
That's true. You probably can't come back in for a while. Have to lay low for a while to come back in.
Well, I like the attack plan here from Cole Irvin.
Yeah, Ohtani just barely making contact and off the catcher's mitt. Not much Garcia could do, and as we expected last night, Garcia would be behind the plate today. Plus, he's caught Cole Irvin quite a bit, so familiarity's there.
Ohtani takes that one, and the count is full. So it was 0-2, now it's 3-2. There's the leaderboard for home runs in the American League. Perez is on there, just saw him. Haniger, Garcia, Devers. We've seen all those guys except Adolis Garcia, the rookie center fielder for the Rangers. Tap slowly. That's Elvis Andrus with the shift on. He throws out Ohtani. It does get Upton over to third.
The catcher, Number 33.
It's an interesting play by Cole Irvin because it looked like he might have had a chance to catch the ball, but maybe thought he would deflect it. And with Ohtani's speed, it would be first and third, because if he catches it, Upton can't go to third. But probably in hindsight, the best play, get the one out for sure, but not taking the chance of deflecting it.
So infield comes in for Max Stassi. Stassi, line drive left field, and that's a base hit. Upton trots in to score. So Max Stassi goes after the first pitch. So I think we got a trend here, guys.
Shortstop.
Well,
Number 4, Jose Iglesias.
just being a strike thrower, that's why it's important to be able to pick up on these trends early. Another fastball, first pitch, another swing. It's 3 hitters, 3 offerings at the first pitch. And so now you start thinking about putting a wrinkle in it early. Might see a first pitch changeup here, could see a first pitch slider.
Just not a true fastball.
That's it. I got a changeup.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Well, and there you go.
Yeah.
Doing a nice job of getting ahead of guys with a 69% first pitch strike rate, almost 70.
In the hole, and that's going to get through into left field. A base hit for Jose Iglesias.
Well, as we heard from Scott Emerson way back in spring training and talking about Cole Irvin, said he's a strike throwing machine. Well, while that is good, I think of a couple of starts where strike throwing machine has been around the plate a little bit too much, and the aggressiveness, and we're seeing it today definitely with the Angels. They're not waiting around. There's a ground ball that finds the hole. The A's hopeful that it would find Andrus or Chapman to get a double play, but it didn't happen.
Well, if you're Cole Irvin right now and you're trying to keep your glass half full out there mentally, you're telling yourself, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
I'm still 1 pitch away. That was, weak ground ball, found a hole. And here you go.
Yeah.
You're starting to watch Cole and Garcia take note. Soften it up early.
Facing Taylor Ward. And that's a base hit to left field. Stassi's going to be waved home. Canna's throw to the plate is just a little bit late. Sliding head first is Stassi, and it's 2-0 Angels.
The first baseman. Number
Now,
20,
Brian Butterfield, the
Jared
third
Walsh.
base coach for the Angels, waited momentarily, but then decided to send Stassi. And again, the aggressiveness, and again, a pretty good pitch to hit. And again, the ball going right in that hole. Stassi has kind of got the ball, but it was almost like a little bit of a slow motion for Canna. And let's not forget, he's been playing center field mostly with the absence of Laureano back in left field.
So 4 hits in the inning, 2 runs, and here's Jared Walsh, lefty on lefty. Walsh 2 for 9 in the series with a homer, a double, and 3 RBIs. And he homered in the game last night, and he did that in the 9th inning off Yusmeiro Petit.
He also homered on a hanging curve from Cole Irvin back on May 30th, which started the 4-run second inning. And unfortunately for Cole Irvin, he's having a similar inning as he had against the Angels in that game.
Canna hustling back, Canna near the wall, and he caught it. Runners have to hustle back. A terrific play by Mark Canna as he caught it, banged hard into the wall. So let's hope he's okay, as he really hit that wall hard.
Well, what a play. Saved 2 runs, and Mark Canna catches it, bangs against the wall, and immediately you watch the base runners. Iglesias had gone almost to third. Ward had actually rounded second, but smart enough to retrace his steps, touch the bag going back. So appreciation by Cole Irvin, taking extra bases away from Walsh. Unfortunately for the A's, that ball was hit on a line drive instead of elevated.
So 2 outs. Here's Phil Gosselin, who's getting the start at third base. Hits it up the middle into center field. That's a hit. Iglesias is going to round third. He'll come in to score, and it's 3-0 Angels. So Gosselin on the very first pitch. So 5th hit in the inning. Emo's going to come out.
Well, this is where you're trying to have a conversation about understanding what they're looking to do here against you. As you start to work your way down towards the bottom of the lineup again, you got to remember there's going to be some aggressive folks looming here as well.
So here's Juan Lagares. So now you start seeing if Lagares swings at the first pitch.
Yeah, because you got the man coming up next.
First pitch is a strike.
He might have taken that thinking he wasn't going to get a fastball.
Three for 7 in the series for Lagares. He's got a home run. So a quick 0-2 to the center fielder for the Angels. Angels probably won't get Trout back before the All-Star break. I guess he could be back a little bit before.
He could actually be voted in and play in the All-Star game.
Yeah, that's right.
It has been possible.
He probably, if that does happen, he probably would not be back a whole lot before the All-Star game.
Right.
So they have a little time yet without Mike Trout.
Now always look at innings like this and say your team offensively has 9 shots remaining, at least 9. Just try to stop the bleeding now.
Well, I always used to tell myself there's no reason that, and this is along the same lines of thinking, that your team can't go out there and have this type of inning as well.
Yeah.
And when that happens, when they answer, because that's going to happen, have you done enough to keep them in a position for it to count, for their effort to matter? That's where you start thinking.
Another 0-2 pitch, another pop-up foul. It's funny, pitching is certainly not easy. You always say to youngsters, throw strikes. And then you get to the big league level, and sometimes you're throwing too many strikes.
That's right.
Or your strikes are too good. Not an easy job. That's a smash. Kemp stays with it, picks it, throws to first, and that'll do it. So 3 runs on 5 hits in the top of the first for the Angels. after half an inning, and here is their starting lineup, brought to you by your Bay Area GMC dealers. Canna in left, Laureano in center, Olson at first. Moreland's your DH, Chapman is at third, Brown is at right. Elvis Andrus is your shortstop, Tony Kemp is at second, and Aramis Garcia is the catcher.
Well, the A's can look back at the success they've had against this young man. Griffin Canning is making his 11th start of the season with a 5-4 record, but against the Athletics, he has just one win, and that came back in 2019 on June the 27th. Otherwise, the A's have either defeated him or no decision, but biggest thing, they've hit a lot of home runs against him.
Canning coming off a win in his last start. He beat the Kansas City Royals.
Didn't everybody?
6-1.
I mean, everybody beat him down there. Unfortunately for the Royals.
First pitch to Canna is a swing and a miss. Canna, Laureano, and Olson here in the first inning. Mark Canna in this series, 2 for 6. Couple of walks. Got a double. Scored a couple of runs. And a quick 0-2. Defensively for the Angels, Upton, Lagares, and Ward in the outfield. Gosselin, Iglesias, Fletcher, and Walsh on the infield. And Stassi is your catcher. Anthony Rendon not in the lineup last night. And out of the lineup today as well. A little tweak, diving for a ground ball, tricep. It was in the first game of the series, but doesn't seem to look like it's anything real serious. But the Angels without Rendon today, and of course without Trout. A couple of decent hitters to play without. Yeah. But everybody's got injuries, and you just deal with it the best you can. The A's have been without Laureano for 17 games, and they didn't miss a beat, and that's the sign of a good team. Ramon back in there today. Took batting practice on Monday, ran the bases yesterday. Pretty hard workout, and he said, I feel good. A's and Ramon decided against a rehab assignment. And he's back in the lineup. So a rehab assignment, you maybe go down to Las Vegas, play 2 or 3 games, but hey, if guy says I'm ready, it may take him a game or 2 to get his timing back, but that's all right.
Yeah, the timing and the hitting and running under control, which he just did, running to first base after that fly ball to center field.
So 2 away for Matt Olson.
I want to tell you something else. You take a look at that schedule. And you see the road trip coming up.
Is there a particular place he wants to play? Is there a particular stadium, Dallas, that you're talking about?
You know, New York this time of year.
Nice this time of year.
But hey, it's one of the biggest stages we've got in our game, right?
Yep.
So you can understand why the Laser would love to roll out to the Big Apple and put on a show.
Two and 1 to Olson. That one is hit very far, but a little far to the right. That ball was smoked.
Well, as you mentioned, the home runs, Matt Olson on July the 27th and 19, and then August the 12th to 20. He has hit him quite well, and there's 2 of the home runs. That one last year, of course, no fans in the stands, but didn't make any difference to Ole.
I mean, that second home run, that's Barry Bonds territory.
Yes, it is. With Tim Salmon said, I've never seen a ball hit that far.
Oh, man.
little high, and Olsen lays off, so the count 3-2. Olsen 18 homers, 48 RBIs.
Well, Griffin Canning does not throw his fastball over 50% of the time, and you would not expect Matt Olsen to be getting anything of that straight variety. Fastball, curve, slider, and changeup, he'll throw them anytime.
That's a line drive, right field, and a base hit. Ward cuts it off, drops it, picks it up, throws it into second base, and Olsen is safe. Ward did not pick it up clean. Olsen, with the play right in front of him, read it, and he hustled for second, and he must have just got in there on a very close play.
Well, as soon as Matt Olsen sees this ball get bobbled, he does not hesitate, hits the bag, sees it hit the ground, and goes. Ward does a good job of coming back and making a play. Umpires are going to take a look at it pretty close. And if you look right there, Matt Olsen is probably out.
But is it definitive?
In my mind, that first angle that we saw there, pretty definitive. Fortunately for the A's.
The foot stays down, hits the bag. And the only question, I would say that Gosselin tagged the bag and not in front.
Angels are coming off the field.
Yeah.
They think that this is going to be reversed. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, some of them are. Other ones are smart to stay where they are, because in today's world, you never know.
Here's the call, and he's out. So it'll be a single. He's out trying to stretch it into a double, and the A's do not score. 3-0 after one. Done best batting average with 2 strikes. We're not surprised that Fletcher's on this list. Yuli Gurriel is first, 271. LeMahieu, Brantley, Ramirez. Matt Olsen is on there, 248. Seems like Fletcher, he approaches every pitch like it's 2 strikes.
Yep.
He may be the only guy in baseball that does that.
Well, if driving the ball out of the ballpark isn't the best club in your bag, then really, why would you not focus on just getting the bat to the ball the way that David Fletcher does? That's what makes him dangerous. That's what makes him the guy that you identify as the one who's going to give you fits. You know contact is coming.
Yeah, he doesn't walk a lot, and he just did there, and he doesn't strike out a lot. He wants to put the ball in play. 4-hit game in this series.
Yeah, Sean Manaea just hit the ball to right field, hit the ball all over the place. Center field and left field.
He's got it covered.
But you notice that top hand just slaps the ball. That's what makes him so dangerous. He actually made an out that game.
And we celebrated it. We popped the bubbly. He's 5 for 8 in the series. He's Fletcher. And 13 for 29 against the A's this year. So he's aboard. Upton opened up the game with a double and scored. Hits that one right to Chapman. Scooped up, fires to second base, on to first, and that's a double play. So that was pretty close to being a tailor-made double play. Hit hard to the sure-handed Chapman.
Well, just how you draw it up. And how about Upton? 2 ABs, 2 pitches. He'll take that right there. Rolled up very nicely by Chappie. Tony Kemp on the pivot.
29 straight games without an error. So 2 outs for Ohtani, who grounded out in the first. Second deck, it's 4-0 Angels.
Wow.
Sometimes wow is the only thing that needs to be said.
Man, I mean, that was, I mean, you watch it just to see how far the thing's going to go. Hanging breaking ball, and he didn't miss that. He got the fastball last night from Luzardo, 3-1, and this hanger, my goodness, I mean, this is, not many will go the second deck, and Shohei Ohtani did it without any problem. Where this ball lands above the State Farm sign.
You don't see a lot go up there.
Nope.
So that is number 19 for Ohtani.
And all the Japanese reporters in the auxiliary press box just made their day. If he does nothing else the rest of the day, that's it.
Get ready for tomorrow. He'll be pitching tomorrow.
Yeah.
Quite a story.
Yeah, I was thinking last night about Shohei Ohtani, and of course Ichiro had to meet with the press, the Japanese press, every day, whether he played or not, which he played all the time. I just wonder if Ohtani does the same thing, or if the Zoom meetings or something has kind of changed that a little bit. But you can understand why they cover him the way they do.
Yep. You see him right there, just kind of motioning. Slider. That's what I hit.
Well, I've said this before, and I firmly believe this. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but if Ohtani stays healthy this year, and the way he's going, if he hits, and I'm being conservative at this point, 30 to 35 home runs and knocks in 85, 90 runs and makes 25 starts, and his pitching numbers are really good, and they are so far.
Yep.
I don't know how anybody else could be the MVP.
No, it's not even a conversation to be had.
I mean, you're talking about
in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and that's nothing against,
anybody.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing something that nobody has done in 100 years. Well, I mean, it's unbelievable. Stassi's retired. Ohtani with his 19th home run of the year. It was a long run, 4-0 Angels.
The race to October baseball is heating up, and you won't want to miss the best show in the town. Bring a friend to or the whole family. Tickets start at $19. Find your seats at athletics.com/tickets.
Well, you don't see people fanning themselves very often at the Coliseum, but that is the case today. 84 degrees at first pitch, and tomorrow is an off day. It's supposed to be even hotter in the Bay Area tomorrow, and it's supposed to stay hot Friday and Saturday. Of course, the A's will be out of town. They'll be in New York.
Checked the temperature in the car last night. It was 70 degrees leaving the park.
Huh.
So that was surprising.
Yeah, it's usually when we walk out of the ballpark after the game, 90% of the time, it's cold.
Yes, it is.
Not last night.
Yeah, coming in, turn on the AC, leaving, turn on the heat.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Moreland skies one toward the left field line. That's Iglesias, the shortstop. He doesn't see it, and he still caught it.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
It looked like he was bailing out, and he just stuck his glove out, and he caught it.
Yeah, he's bailing right there.
He's not even looking at the baseball.
No.
He has no idea where it's at, where it's coming down. He just throws the glove at it. That's how good these guys are. This is why it's so fun watching these athletes do what they do. You think he hasn't been in this position before? I promise you he has. Yeah. There's a lot of luck involved in here. I'm not trying to tell you he's a wizard. I'm just telling you he's a wizard.
That was a wizard play. Man, that was something.
You know, I was criticized one time because I said, similar to that, the infielder was not looking at the ball went in his glove, and I said the ball found the glove, and he said, how can you say that? Well, you just saw it right there. The ball found the glove. He put the glove up and definitely found it.
Toward the left field line, it's a long run for Upton, and he's a couple steps into foul territory, and he makes the catch. So Upton had a long run, but he gets to it. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning.
You know, I think when you play as casually as Iglesias does, or at least you get the impression when you watch him, he's just having a good time, and you can make plays like that because you're not stiff and just kind of lay out. But you said it best, Dallas. He wasn't even looking. Catches the ball, hits the ground, lays out, first out instead of a double.
So here's Seth Brown. First pitch is low.
Well, you got to think he's also, you know, there's self-preservation involved there. He's got to turn his head so he doesn't land awkwardly, end up jarring himself.
Or, yeah, you don't want the ball to hit you in the head.
And he tried to bail out to make sure that was not going to happen first and foremost.
Well, we've had a couple wow moments in this game. 1-2 the count to Seth Brown, hitting 190, 9 homers, 24 RBIs.
Well, watch the head. Look at the head. Look at the ball and the glove. Ball finds glove. Eyes not looking.
Outside corner, strike 3 call, 95 miles an hour. So 3 up, 3 down inning. Pretty good defense by the Angels. 4-0.
In New York, getting ready to take on the Yankees, while the A's cast has you covered regardless. The Athletics High A affiliate, Lansing Lugnuts, are going to be hosting the Dodgers affiliate, the Great Lakes Moons. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. For everything A's, tune in to A's Cast on iHeartRadio and at athletics.com/A's Cast. That is a great feature by your boys with A's Cast to put the live broadcast on the minor league affiliates.
Lansing Lugnuts.
How about that, huh? I love it.
High A. That kind of used to be the old Midwest League.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dallas, were you in the Midwest League ever?
I was.
Really?
And had one of my more memorable outings against the Lansing Lugnuts.
Was that a Beloit situation?
No, that was a Kane County situation.
County, okay.
That's right. Kane County Cougars.
Who was your manager there? I know
Dave Joppy.
Okay, Joppy was. Okay.
Dave Joppy. Yeah, it was one of my early starts. I had just gotten called up after the All-Star break. Yeah, first batter, broken bat single. Second batter, I drilled.
On purpose?
Third batter, I walked. Fourth batter, I went 3-0 and got all the way back to 3-2, and he promptly hit a ball about 5,000 feet out to center field, 4-0. Go get him. All right, nobody out. Here we go.
4-0 Lugnuts.
4-0 Lugnuts. And it was time for an overhaul for me out there on the mound.
Lansing Lugnuts.
Dave Joppy came out and said, "Hey, boy,
Yeah,
it's all you."
he said, "What did Dennis Rogers from Vancouver just send me?"
It's like the natural, huh?
Almost.
Well, a lot of changes made to the minor leagues going into this year. There's the Stockton Ports, still part of the A's minor league affiliates, of course, but they are now low A. Somebody asked me the other day, what's the difference between low A and high A? I said, well, I mean, a lot of it has to do with just the age of the players.
Yeah.
I mean, low A, you're going to have some of your younger players. High A, maybe a year or two older. So the quality of baseball may be just a step up in high A compared to low A. But for many years, the California League was high A. And, of course, Stockton part of that, but not anymore. Unfortunately, they don't even call it the California League.
No, that's too bad.
Doesn't mean you can't check out the Stockton Ports, though.
They'd love it.
Yeah, beautiful ballpark.
Oh, it is. It's a gem right there on the San Joaquin Delta.
Yep.
Downtown Stockton, California. Banner Island Ballpark. Gem.
I'll tell you what, the minor league baseball, at one time, it was just basically minor league baseball, nobody attended. Now, it's a business. It's huge. Some of the beautiful parks, the minor leagues, and the attendances. That's why missing it last year had to be horrible for them. But how would you like to start your career as an 18-year-old in a league called the Eastern League, where the ages were 28 to 30? Talk about being overmatched. My goodness. Whoa. What is that pitch?
Yeah, it's a different world.
Man, a pretty good at bat by Taylor Ward. He gets the walk. Double-A team for the A's, the Midland Rockhounds. They've been there for a long time. That is now considered Double-A Central.
Yeah, Rockhounds, one of my favorite stops. One of the greatest minor league clubbies in all of baseball. Shout out to my man Rusty, who's been holding it down for the Rockhounds for quite a while. And that's typically the Prospect League.
Is Bobby Crosby there?
Yes, sir.
Is that where he's managing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It always seems like the consensus is difficult jump from high A to Double-A.
Yeah.
Well, you
You
talk
can
about
hit in Double-A or play or pitch, then you got a shot.
Yeah.
Well, this made an interesting game last night. The A's had a 6-3 lead. Then all of a sudden, solo home run leading off the ninth inning for Walsh, and it was a no-doubter straightaway center. Young man's got some power, and he has been showing it.
Oh, 0-2 here to Walsh. Canna robbed him of extra bases in the first. And he gets caught swinging here, and that's the first strikeout for Cole Irvin.
Number 13, Phil Boston.
Well, he gets what he's looking for here. Higher than high. Good job of expanding up top. We've seen Walsh do a good job of getting to fastballs up at the top of the zone. The difference between those and that pitch right there, as I said, higher than high. So a good ball and a half, maybe even 2 or so farther up.
Interesting note there on the difference. Cole Irvin on 4 days rest as opposed to 5 days rest. Brown goes back. Brown near the wall, and he makes the catch. Gosselin put a charge into it, comes up short. Bottom of the third coming up, 4-0 Angels.
Video highlights, live pitch by pitch, breaking news, player updates, stat leaderboards, and more for your Oakland A's.
So bottom of the third inning with the A's trailing 4-0.
Two innings for Griffin Canning. 6 outs with the help from his outfielder. 20 pitches. It's pretty good. And an early lead before he took the mound, 3-0.
Fly ball to right. And that's out number 1. So the upcoming road trip for the A's, 3 in New York, 4 in Texas. So the A's will see the Rangers for the first time, and then 3 in San Francisco. So the A's will at least be home for the Giants series. Home meaning back in the Bay Area, but the games will be played in San Francisco. So that is what's coming up. And then the A's will have the Rangers and the Red Sox. Red Sox over 4th of July. And then back out on the road to Texas at the Astros and at the Rangers. And then that will get us to the All-Star break. So the season just flying by.
Game 70. 10 more than last year.
But looking forward to the road trip.
Yep.
Seeing the Yankees, who are, I guess, underachieving a little bit. Yankees just a couple of games over 500, but they're 8 games behind the Rays.
Well, they're going to be full capacity, so those fans.
They'll either be really happy or,
well,
or a little cranky.
Well, I think they're cranky right now. I don't think there's any doubt. And when you have a name like Boone, it sounds too much like boo. You get 50,000 people in the house at Ruth Belt, the second house.
Yeah, that's more like a vacation condo. Those two ballparks are just not the same, and I would never disrespect the old Cathedral.
But you know, the Yankees were smart when they built a new stadium. At least they kept the stadium itself, the field, similar to the old one. It's just all the under, which is all the millions and millions and millions, if not billion, of dollars.
Well, you think about the size of the home clubhouse.
Yeah.
And if you're staring at the field, maybe from center field or maybe even from right field or left field in the stands, just imagine all the way from home plate extending beyond the right field wall being the territory for the New York Yankees in their clubhouse.
And speaking of hiding, they can hide.
Oh, there's a couple different clubhouses. There's one that the media has access to, and then there's another one where the players can get dressed, get prepared for the game,
and exit, go to the field without having to go back through the main clubhouse.
A little pop-up. Tough with the sun, and it's Iglesias who did it again.
Wow.
Stop it.
Stop it right now.
That's unbelievable.
That was
just look at where he's at right now. Double play deck, shortstop position, tracking, making sure he's not going to have any contact or run into him, buddy. Just go ahead and flash that leather. Hey, Phil, watch this.
Yeah, avoid the mound and flip back to you with the ball in the glove. Don't even transfer it.
Whoop. I mean, he's, again, not even looking. Throws the glove out behind him. Yeah, what do you do?
It almost looked like he realized that Gosselin was in trouble and was not going to catch it, but he realized it right at the last second.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's hard to upgrade defensively from Andrelton Simmons.
Yeah.
But I think the Angels have. I mean, Simmons is still very good, but Iglesias, at least what we've seen, and his reputation is that of a terrific defender. Fletcher backing up. Shallow center field. He's got it. Griffin Canning has retired 6 in a row. We're moving to the 4th inning. 4-0 Angels.
California is brought to you by the Center at Sierra Health Foundation, by Kelly Moore Paints, the Painter's Paint Store, and by River Rock Casino. Start earning tickets for your chance to win a new Jeep on Saturday, June 19th.
So it's 4-0. Top of the fourth inning. Lake Temescal is what I am told. I've never been there. Have you, Ray?
Where is it?
I think it's near Highway 24. Laureano on the move. Tracks it down. Lagares is out.
Number 22, David Fletcher.
A little action for Ramon Laureano back from the injured list.
You know, this is almost like a getaway day.
Well, that's exactly what I was just about to say, Foss. The aggression has not stopped. And for Cole Irvin, if you can just start to make some quality pitches, hopefully get this halo lineup to start hitting it at some guys. Give your offense a chance to start making some noise in their own right. Just one hit against Griffin Canning up to this point.
Two 2-0 now to Fletcher.
Yeah, they're lulling him to sleep. They've gone really faced the minimum for 3 innings and 31 pitches. See what happens starting the top of the order with Canna, bottom half of the center.
Fletcher hits one in the air right to Canna.
That's a thing of beauty there.
Yeah.
So 2 away here in the fourth inning, and now to the top of the order in Upton.
Justin Upton.
So Cole Irvin an out away. Having a 3-up, 3-down inning if he can get Upton, his first in the game.
All right, is he swinging first pitch? That's the question. It's happened twice.
Double, and he didn't do a double play. And he does swing at the first pitch and grounds it foul.
Well, since there are not any more prototypical leadoff hitters, he's okay.
Well, what you got to think about is why the Angels are as aggressive as they are early on in the count. You think about Cole Irvin and the pitch mix, what they've seen, what he's been able to execute.
Hit well to right center. Laureano's at the wall. Laureano leaps, and he caught it. He's back, folks. So Laureano goes to right center. You almost feel like he had it all the way. And it would have been a home run. Welcome back, Ramon Laureano.
It felt like he had it off the bat. And from where I'm sitting, being able to watch him trap this and time it up, as soon as you see him look to the Xfinity sign, that let us all know he's got a game plan here. He's timing this up, and he's about to bring this bad boy back, ain't he? You betcha.
Well, it was Upton also in Anaheim where he made that fantastic catch in left center, robbing him, and then doubling up the runner at first base on the laser throw back to first.
Fifth time he has taken a home run away.
Well, it's time for the A's offense to go to work.
Laureano and Olsen against Griffin Canning.
Last night, 2 excellent defensive plays. The A's scored big time in the bottom half. See if they can do it again.
Well, you know, I think that's just a really good example of why when you got a guy, you've got a tremendous athlete like Ramon that tells you, hey, look, I'm feeling good. I want to get back in there. The timing and stuff that you're worried about at the plate, that's going to work itself out. Get me in that lineup and let me get back to doing what I do and the impact he can have.
Very high to left field. Upton looking up into that bright sunshine. And he grabs it for out number 1.
Number 22, Ramon.
So here is Ramon.
Well, it's standard practice now that the laser gets himself a knock, right?
Yeah. Usually over the fence knock.
The injury was a strained right hip for Laureano.
Wilcott, I won't deny the hips don't lie, and Laureano is feeling it. He's feeling good.
It's this one to left. It's hit well. And that baby's gone. Deep up the stairway.
Oh, man. He's unbelievable. Well, he got him twice in 19 and make it 1 in 21. And a no-doubter. Top hand with the axe handle. He makes a home run. He saves a run and drives in a run with one swing of the bat. It is gone. Where's that going, Dallas?
You know where it's going. Oh, yeah. He's punching tickets.
So the A's on the board to make it 4-1, and here's Olsen. And he's now 88 home runs on the year. In fact, the A's and the Angels both have hit 88. They're tied for 3rd in the American League home runs hit.
First 3 innings for Griffin Canning, 7 fly ball outs. So yes, a fly ball pitcher. A's have handled him quite well in the long ball category. And on a day like today, you're a fly ball pitcher. That's not good. And maybe the A's can get started as he just did.
Olsen hits one well to left center field. Upton going back. Upton in front of the wall, and he makes the catch.
Well, Ramon Laureano, how about this? May 2nd, goes up, brings it back, pumped up. Yeah, he's pumped up. And the amazing thing, what he does right after that. Snow cone effort. Unbelievable. I mean, if you already in a young career, I mean, it's not like he's played 10 years, but to bring back 5 home run balls already, that's remarkable. Same time. Oppo made a second. I mean, he did it all. Saved one, hit one. And yeah, he was pumped.
One and one the count to Mitch Moreland. Moreland hit that pop-up in the second inning. It was the first of the two great plays made by Iglesias, the shortstop. A little high, 93 miles an hour. And he walked him.
Number 26, Matt Chapman.
So that's the first walk for Canning. One walk, one strikeout so far, and that'll bring up Matt Chapman.
This is what we've seen the A's do well here. Get 2 outs, work a nice at bat, and start to take advantage of a free pass.
And brings up a hot hitter, Matt Chapman.
Chapman fouled out to left. First at bat, he's 2 for 8 in the series. Couple of walks. And fouls that one straight back.
Well, let's get right the game right now. If Cole Irvin and the A's pitching staff does their job to keep the Angels from adding on, I think there's a lot of people believe this A's club's going to come back and win the game. Just the way they've been playing, but it's really up to the Angels being shut down. Oh, I mentioned the number of home runs off of Griffin Canning, a total of 6 against the Athletics, and this one, big one for the Athletics. As Chappie left the yard, that was last year.
Close pitch, a little off the plate, 2-1. Chapman now 5 for 15 in his career against Canning with that home run. Good swing there by Chapman.
Asking Brian Knight about the location of the pitch, whether it's a strike or not. Maybe trying to gauge the upper part of the strike zone for Mr. Knight.
And that hits Chapman. So 2 on and 2 out here for Seth Brown.
Well, we've seen Canning just start to lose a little bit of a feel right now for this strike zone. Fastball ends up sailing up and in. Take a listen. Oh. That thud.
Yeah, well, that's a part of the back that a lot of bone right there. Bob Melvin shaking his head again. And I mean, he had 4 hit the other night. And, you know, that it's not intentional, just trying to pitch inside, but still, it's no fun for a manager to watch his players get hit. Seth Brown just needs to make him pay.
That's about 4th or 5th time A's have been hit.
So 4 of them on Monday, and here they are.
This is Cannon, no big deal there. But then all of a sudden, Murphy gets it a couple of times. Stassi gets it. And then Murphy again. And a scary one was this one.
Chad Pinder did not go into concussion protocol, and he's feeling much better. He's just being pretty cautious with him, but he did have a pretty good pregame workout today. So it looks like Chad Pinder's going to be fine, and that's great news.
Well, especially with the coast-to-coast flight coming up following the game.
Brown slaps one the other way.
They said he's feeling good. Swelling's going down. So all signs positive for Mr. Pinder.
J.B. Wendelken's going to start his rehab assignment tomorrow. He's going to pitch in at least a couple games for AAA, and we could see Wendelken back in the big leagues at some point on this road trip. Moreland at second, Chapman at first. Foul back. Count stays 1-2. And the A's really making Canning work this inning.
He had 31 after 3 and 22 in this inning.
Well, they've done a good job of chipping away, spoiling some things, just trying to get a pitch that they can handle.
Stayed with a breaking ball, and he strikes out Brown to end the inning. Ramon Laureano, he's made a great catch in the outfield, and he has homered today. This is his 12th home run of the year. So the A's on the board. 5th inning coming up. Angels 4, A's 1. Hey, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam for today. A low third camera gives us a good look at Shohei Ohtani. First pitch to Ohtani, fouled right at the plate.
That's the way you want to look at Shohei Ohtani, with him swinging like that.
Well, as far as location is concerned, that's a little better.
Yep. A lot better.
Way inside. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Some numbers on Ohtani's home run in the second inning. Exit velocity 110. Launch angle 30 degrees, and it would have been out in every ballpark in the big leagues. We're not surprised by that. He went into the second deck. And he bunts. Irvin picks it up, and he throws, and it's not in time. So Shohei Ohtani beats the shift with a bunt and very, very good speed. He gets out of that side of the batter's box pretty quick.
And he did it the right way. He just squared. And he just wanted to get the ball and play. Even with Irvin, Irvin's going to make this play probably. He's got to throw out 99 out of 100. Unfortunately for him, this guy hits the ball as far as he did and then goes smartly with the shift. Lays down a perfect bunt.
Well, it's an outstanding effort from the lefty Irvin, and it gets lost because Ohtani's safe.
Exactly. And his speed, exactly.
For him to barehand that ball really in a backhand manner, and he did it knowing he doesn't have time to make a transfer, field this with two hands. He's out of position. He's got to make a strong throw. Everything working against him, including the speed of the great Shohei Ohtani.
Stassi takes low, 1-1 the count. Ohtani also has 9 stolen bases. See Viola's Guerra starting to throw. Stassi chased as Ohtani bluffed just a little bit.
Well, it's kind of funny watching Ohtani. The previous pitch was down in the dirt a bit. Garcia is able to scoop it out, and Ohtani just kind of flashed his hand like he was waving at him. Like, still here, not going.
Stassi with an RBI single and a ground out.
Got to legalize Joe West at first base for the lefty. Looking for any change. By the way, between N and Joe West making a lot of friends down the first baseline. Walking over, talking to fans, took a baseball over and gave it to a young kid.
Hi, I'm Joe West.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Country Joe West. You gonna hear me sing?
No.
Do you know I've umpired more games than anybody?
No. Strike 3 called. Stassi chatting with Brian Knight as he's called out on strikes.
I've been chatting with him too. We had no clue what Brian Knight was going to do. Good slider. The delay is about as slow as that slow-mo.
So 1 away. Here's Iglesias. There's a strike. Iglesias has put on quite a show defensively. Offensively, he has singled and scored and hit a fly ball to right field. Ohtani goes. The throw to second base is high, and he's got his 10th stolen base.
There's a case where Garcia rushed probably unnecessarily. But that's what speed will do to a catcher. First move.
Well, you know, it looked like when Ohtani was getting his lead, you could see his left leg bow just a touch or bend just a touch, cock itself, kind of angling towards second. Kind of indicating he was a little more invested in running there.
Slowly hit. Anders on the run, throws out Iglesias for the second out, and Ohtani was able to go to third.
Now batting, number 3, Taylor Ward.
All right, Big Joe West.
Joe West gave the young man a baseball, but he also told him what he had to do with it.
Yeah. And you know what? He watched, Joe West watched him, and that young kid probably thought, you know, if I don't do what Mr. West said, he's going to throw me out of this game.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to check him for pine tar and then throw him out.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I followed Joe after watching that whole scenario.
He watched it all.
Yeah, and then Joe turned around and kind of backpedaled watching. Yeah, he followed exactly what I told him to do. So give him Joe shaking hands, his hands sticking together.
Brown hustling over, and he makes a running catch. Nicely done. And Irvin gets out of it. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Angels 4, A's 1.
Four-pack, 4 tickets and parking starting at just $120. Need more than 4? Well, add-on tickets are available with this deal. Don't miss your chance to see the Giants, the Yankees, and more with this A's amazing deal. Your family 4-pack awaits you at athletics.com/value.
So 4-1, bottom of the 5th inning from the Coliseum.
You know, every time I see that A's amazing, I think of Isabel Mahaffey, who's in the finance department for the Athletics. She said it's an A's amazing day, so that's I'm sure she's very happy to see that in promo for the family 4-pack.
A's amazing.
A's amazing.
On 1 to Elvis Andrus, who drills one toward right, but Ward is there, and he makes the catch. Elvis Andrus been retired twice on balls toward right field, so that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Boy, you just keep waiting for the A's to break out. Just a couple of hits, one the base hit, Olsen thrown out, of course, in the long one by Laureano.
56 pitches for Canning. He had a long 4th inning, but his first 3 innings, he did not throw a lot of pitches.
Maybe the igniter can do something to get the A's started and get your favorite bottom part of the batting order and turn it over, get some good things happening.
Well, the original igniter was Paul Molitor. He went to the Hall of Fame.
Yep. I was thinking exactly.
So Tony Kemp's got a little work to do, but He can get there.
You remember the cheesehead, right?
Absolutely.
Paul Molitor. I was there when he broke in when Robin Yount said, I don't like baseball. Then Molitor just took off and they couldn't do anything with him.
That's right. Then Robin came back, and I think they moved Molitor to second base, didn't they?
Yep. And Paul Molitor,
he was pretty good.
He was great, and he was the igniter. No stride, had a very long hitting streak.
That's tough criticism. Yeah. Not close. 1-out walk. Kemp's aboard, and now a message by Pacifico.
Number 37, Aramis Garcia.
So here's Garcia. Garcia popped out to Fletcher, the second baseman, ending the third inning.
Isn't that amazing? One walk on 5 pitches and the bullpen starts getting heated up.
That one is drilled down the left field line. It is foul. Just out in front a little bit too much.
That was an absolute rocket off the bat.
I don't think that ball even hooked. I just think he hit it so hard. It didn't hook. I just think it was kind of foul from the get-go. Fouls this one the other way. Tony Watson, the veteran left-hander, just now starting to throw.
Well, the A's have been fortunate. Joe Madden has not had a chance to use his closer Iglesias, and I think A's are very happy that he's been able to sit in the bullpen and observe the first two, and like to see him do the same for the third. It's pretty good. Against the A's has been pretty good.
Canning has not thrown over 100 pitches in any start. He's usually somewhere right around 90, which tells me that the Angels watch him pretty close.
Yes, they do.
Kemp dancing off. And that's hit toward Fletcher and past Fletcher into right field for a hit. Kemp is going to hustle around to third, so Garcia with a base hit the other way, and the A's are in business here now with the top of the order coming up.
Great at bat by Aramis Garcia, and
Number 20.
He does a good job of shooting that hole over there, Foss. Opened up for him. 2 pretty good passes on some foul balls. Tony Kemp was dancing around the pitch before. Sikatse, stand up. Tony said, no. I'm going to go ahead and get dirty.
Yeah.
Show everybody I played.
That's right. My head first slide, we have to show it at least once a day.
I love it.
Yeah, I agree.
So Canna steps up. He's hit a couple fly balls today, one to the right field and one to left field. Breaking ball spins in for a strike.
Well, this is what Mark Canna did last year on July the 27th at the Coliseum. A little bit of a bat flip as A's won that game 3-0, and that made it 3-0. Actually, A's won 8-0 in that game. To capture your point about Griffin Canning in 2019, he made 3 starts against the A's, 6-6-6 as far as the innings. Last year did not exceed 4 2/3 innings in any one of his 3 starts.
Iglesias fires to second for one. Fletcher's throw is not in time. That allows Kemp to come in and score, and it's 4-2.
Great hustle by Mark Canna. He does that so often.
22.
Knows the importance of avoiding a double play.
What's it? He's trying to beat that out. How about the turn from Iggy at shortstop? Coming from that lower angle. There it is.
Watch the left foot by Cannon. How about that? Just low to the ground, a little bit of a jump. And smelling it. High throw. Got to the bag. Yeah.
Careful.
Yes, very careful. Yeah. That's huge. Of course, it keeps the inning alive for the man, Laureano. Just picture him robbing somebody of a home run in the top of the inning. Let him do his work now. You know, it's not that easy to go on the IL, not face live or major league pitching. No rehab assignment, come back, and your second AB, you go deep.
1-0 to Laureano.
That's why we mentioned the timing coming back was going to take care of itself, especially with the work that Laureano has been putting in during the downtime. Sometimes it's just better to get a guy right back in the mix. You know, you'd hate for that home run or for that defensive effort to come in Vegas. Doesn't matter.
And you're right, Dallas, as long as the legs are okay. That was the issue with the rehab assignment. It's there for a reason, but it seems like so far everything is fine for him. Obviously saving a home run, hitting a home run. Young man loves to play. The A's love to have him in the lineup.
That one is hit toward left, but off the end of the bat, Upton hustling in, and he makes the catch. So a run for the A's. We're on to the 6th. Angels 4, Athletics 2. It's for free. You can now receive the COVID-19 vaccine at any remaining regular season home games, and we'll give you a voucher for 2 tickets to a game. No appointments are necessary. Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson vaccines will be available for individuals 12 and older. The A's Vaccine Clinic is hosted by Clayworth Pharmacy. For more information, visit athletics.com/vaccinate. Chapman looking up into that sunshine, grabs it in front of Elvis Andrus. So that's out number 1. Walsh is retired.
Chapman's got glasses on.
All right.
Well, you like to see this here.
Yeah.
And what I mean is Elvis give way, understood, hey, I'm having a tough time picking this thing up here, brother. If you got eyeballs on it, feel free.
So 1 out. Here's Gosselin. Gosselin, an RBI single in the first, fly ball to right field in the third.
It looks like Griffin Canning is finished for the afternoon.
Yeah, Watson certainly warming up like he's coming in the game.
And you know what else that play kind of shows us is the selflessness of Elvis Andrus. Really the lack of ego.
A tough play. Kemp moving out. Kemp and Brown, and it drops. Kemp ends up over in the Angels bullpen. Gosselin with a blue pit.
You know, that time the aggressiveness of Tony Kemp might have prohibited Seth Brown from making this play. I mean, Brownie coming in, which is a little bit easy to see how he stopped with Tony running in front of him. But you can't take away the aggressiveness of Tony Kemp and the way he is all over the place.
Here's Juan Lagares. 0 for 2 for Lagares. Astros will play tonight. They'll host the Rangers. That's just a little 2-game series. Greinke and Lyles. Big series this weekend. Fun one to watch will be the Astros hosting the White Sox, a 4-game series.
Nice.
And of course, for the Rangers, the A's will see the Rangers for the first time next week in their new stadium, new beautiful retractable ballpark.
Well, it was nice last year that it was the home of the National League Championship Series and World Series.
That's right.
They've done a lot in that new park. Did a lot last year before baseball started. They had brand new stadium, but nobody to play. So they had graduations and some different events.
Well, you know what's interesting too? I just kind of thought about this for this road trip for the A's coming up, with stadiums now being allowed to be at full capacity. It's blocked by Garcia. The A's are going to play in front of some big crowds on this road trip.
Yes, they are.
They're going to New York. That's going to be opened up, and I would imagine their attendance is going to shoot upward. And then you're going to go to Arlington, where that's been open there, and their attendance has been very good. The Rangers averaging, I'm just looking here, Rangers averaging 27,000. And then you're going to go to San Francisco, where it'll be, capacity would be open there, and the two teams playing, you should have big crowds, the A's and the Giants. So 2 away, with Lagares being retired. And now a word from the Home Depot.
Make your smartest play of the day and download the Home Depot mobile app. Our digital toolbox helps make your job easier, save time, and get more done.
So here's Fletcher. Fletcher, a walk and a fly ball to left field so far.
When you think about Tony Kemp moving up and down the lineup, kind of take a look across the diamond. David Fletcher, a guy who's been at the top of the lineup, finds himself here in the double leadoff in the 9-hole. But really similar game plans, trying to get on base and work that at bat.
That one sliced fair. Brown picks it up clean. It's going to hold Fletcher to a single as Gosselin goes to third. So Fletcher slices one down the right field line just fair, and that's going to do it for Cole Irvin. So Bob Melvin right up out of the dugout.
Fastball up. See Fletch just kind of, as you said, slice it, a little fillet job out there.
So 5 2/3 innings for Cole Irvin, and he is done for the night. He'll leave trailing 4-2. And when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
To full capacity. Well, the Coliseum is also doing that. Full capacity at the end of June, and we'd love to see you celebrate the 4th of July with patriotic fireworks on July the 2nd. Tickets and information are at athletics.com/fireworks. Those would like to see some fireworks the latter part of this game as Cole Irvin, another game in which, against the Angels anyway, one bad inning, first inning. 3 runs on 5 hits. He ends up going 5 2/3 with 81 pitches.
So Birch Smith comes in to face Upton. Gosselin at third, Fletcher at first, and the first pitch is a fastball high. Upton a double. He hit into a double play, and Laureano took the home run away from him. 15th appearance for Smith, 5.40 ERA. Swing and a miss. Upton has been a hot hitter. That fastball, he missed that one. Actually got a little piece of it on a foul tip. 1-2.
Well, hot and aggressive. Birch Smith working a good fastball, elevated.
Dropped down a little bit on that one also, a little 3/4.
One-two pitch swing and a miss. He stayed with a fastball and he threw it by Upton. So the Angels strand a pair. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It'll be Olsen, Moreland, and Chapman. 4-2 Angels. He's going for the sweep. Angels trying to salvage a game. Tony Watson comes in when it's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. So here is the veteran Watson, 2-2, 3.43 ERA. Angels signed Watson right at the end of spring training. Watson, 36 years old.
Well, they like to throw the slider to the lefties, and he's got one at the plate now in Matt Olson.
Olson way out in front, drills it foul. Five innings for Griffin Canning. Gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. 69 pitches. He leaves with the 4-2 lead.
Well, guys, just sitting here as Matt Olson gets a new bat. He was using the Moda stick, which is a stick of pine tar adhesive, however you want to describe it. But because it's so warm out here, that stick has melted, and it was just a globular of gunk on the bat of Ole. He had to kind of spread it around using his gloves.
Now that's what hitters use just to get a better grip on the bat, right, Dallas?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's just kind of enhancing their grip on the tool that they use.
Iglesias is not going to be able to make this play, although he almost did. So Olson's got a hit. He's had their leadoff man aboard.
Well, this was too simple of a play for him. Consider the other 2 miraculous plays he's made, magically. You know, this one comes up with it, tries to transfer, could not make the transfer. So Matt Olson with a 2-strike. And
Jed Lowry's going to hit for Moreland here. So the switch hitting Lowry will hit from the right side. And this year, he's been much better from the right side. He's a .295 hitter, batting right-handed this year. .208 batting left-handed.
The A's went on a solid stretch there for a while where they saw a ton of left-handed pitching.
First pitch to Lowry is a little bit inside and maybe a little bit low.
Ted with 5 home runs, 1 against a southpaw. That was his last home run.
Lowry lines it to center, and that's a hit. Olson's going to stop at second, and the A's are in business here in the 6th. Well, they put pressure on the Angels in the 4th inning, again in the 5th, and now again in the 6th.
Well, you go ahead and match up off the bench with Jed Lowry. And a professional approach in a big spot. You got Matt Olson leading things off with a knock. You're able to plug in Jed right behind him, kind of keep the momentum going. Now you've got, as you've said, Kyla, a hot Matt Chapman.
First pitch to Chapman. This is off the plate. Watson not a hard thrower. He's not going to blow it by you. He likes to throw that changeup too to right-handed hitters.
Well, they had a blown save on the 28th of May. Angels did win that game, but A's got to him.
That's a base hit left field. Olson rounds third. He's going to come in to score, and now it's 4-3. Iglesias was shaded toward the hole. He was not playing that kind of that normal double play depth where the middle infielders are a little tighter towards second base. He was over in the hole, and right when Chapman hit that ball, I was thinking, oh boy.
Yeah.
But he was not in that double play spot.
Well, notice the top hand of the swing here from Matt Chapman. Kind of rolls that thing over, pulling it through that hole.
Hey, Kite, you're right. Iglesias didn't even move. The ball was hit so hard, but you know, typically that is your tailor-made 6-4-3 double play.
Yep.
But where Iglesias was playing was very unusual that a middle infielder would sacrifice a double play possibility by exaggerating his position defensively, and that time it worked out for the Athletics, and they got something going.
And it was a full shift. I mean, yeah. Fletcher, the second baseman, was on the left side as well, but it helped the A's there. And here's Pinder. Pinder hitting for Brown. So if nothing else, it's just great to see Chad Pinder back in action. Action in the bullpen is right now. Tony Watson isn't getting anybody out. Cishek starts to throw.
He didn't get anybody out last time.
And he's warming up quickly. And that's a line drive, base hit left field. Lowry's being waved home. Lowry's going to score. Going to third is Chapman. Going to second is Pinder. And this game is tied at 4.
Well, aggressive base running again. Great hitting by Pinder. And Lowry did the best thing by stopping to make sure no double play. But Mark Kotsay aggressively sending it. And not only Pinder coming through as he did the other night before he got hit, but this throw going to third should have gone to second. So because of that, with the hustle by Matt Chapman, keep it going, Kotsay. What are you doing? And Pinder ends up at second base. But, you know, that's been the aggressiveness of this ball club on the base paths, and it showed right there with Chappie heading to third base, and it's almost like, fortunately, Kotsay sent Lowry because Chappie was going to third base, and ill-advised throw by Upton, and I don't know if there'd been any possibility at second, but at least by throwing to second might have prevented Pinder from getting there, but that quickly.
They're going to walk Elvis Andrus, so the bases will be loaded with nobody out. So 4 straight singles by the A's has tied the score. And here's Kemp. No cheap hits in this inning.
No, everything hard.
Pretty hard hit balls. And Kemp hits, bases loaded. Middle infielders are back. Gosselin, the third baseman, is in even with the bag. Kemp swings and misses off speed pitch.
All right, that's the one big swing for Tony. Now you can get back to his normal approach. See, when Griffin Canning left after 5, that's a whole bunch of outs, and he didn't, you know, so far his first reliever doesn't have 1 out.
Joe Bunt pulls the bat back.
It's the old safety squeeze.
He's in this series, including today. 6 for 19 with runners in scoring position, so they've done a good job there.
Guy Pitt, you made a brilliant statement about, you know, even though maybe the totals are not what you want with runners in score position, the fact that you have them there.
Yeah,
I thought that was outstanding because, you know, the more you put out there, the better chance you have bringing them in. But if you don't have runners in scoring position, obviously you're not going to come close.
Bunt again, and it's inside. I mean, when I look at box score and I look at runners in scoring, I always look. The first thing I look at is how many at bats did they have?
The second number. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
If you get enough, you're gonna score You're going to get it. You're going to get a big hit here or there, and you may get a bunch. But if you go through a game and get 2, 3, 4 at bats with runners in scoring position, that means you're getting shut down. Kemp, shallow center, a thing of beauty. Chapman comes in to score. Pinder stops there. Kemp comes through again, and the A's lead 5-4.
Yeah, Tony Watson blows another save. Tony Watson's going to exit the game without getting one out. So Tony Kemp did have his huge swing on the first offering. A couple of bunts, and then a base hit to center field.
So that is a disastrous outing for Watson. 6 batters faced, doesn't get anybody out. The A's have the lead. On this date in 2017, remember then? Matt Chapman, a game of first. Second career game, Chapman gets his first Major League RBI at a fielder's choice. He fouls it up with his first Major League hit, knocks in 2. And it was a big hit. The go-ahead runs. The A's beat the Yankees 7-6. A night to remember for Matt Chapman. Just became a big leaguer. We had read so much about him. Saw him in spring training some. Bob Melvin said, yeah, you're going to like him. He'll be here soon. And he was. Tony Watson gives up 5 hits and a walk. So it's 5-4. Bases still loaded. Cishek comes in to face Yermis Garcia. Cishek came into the 6th inning last night, and he was all over the place. And he's all over the place again. Right to the backstop, and hustling into scores. Pinder, 6-4.
You hardly got that out of your mouth there, Kate, about all over the place and backstop for the first pitch. Might have been in play if Stassi could have transferred it, but that ball just... Much as he got to the ball, came back very hard, but then
Well, I think you're right, boss. If Stassi's able to complete a clean transfer, they might have a play on Pinder. Not the case.
Infield in, bunted, first base line, but it's going to trickle foul.
that would have been a base hit in addition to an RBI. Great idea by Garcia.
So 1-1 the count. Jose Suarez, the left-hander, now getting up.
Surprised he hasn't been in one of these games, especially with the job he did against the A's in Anaheim. Or was it here? No. He had one good game against the A's.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Yeah, that was here. Suarez. 3 innings, 4 strikeouts. Gave up nothing.
Fletcher, the second baseman, now walks to the right side of second base. Does that with 2 strikes.
Well, Cishek has to be feeling pretty good about himself considering inability to throw a strike last night. Of course, Andrew Heaney the game. Heaney's run was on base with the Olsen base hit.
And Garcia just cannot lay off. So 1 away, runners at second and third.
We got the swing and miss on the pitch prior. Back to the well. Pretty good pitch from Cishek.
Canna has an RBI. The fielder's choice in the 5th inning. It was 4-0. He's got 1 in the second, or 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 4 here in the 6th, and with a pretty good chance for more. Inside with a slider. Fletcher's coming home. The throw is high. Everybody's safe. Andrews scores, and it's 7-4. Fletcher and a move to his right to field it. And right when he decided to go home, you could just tell it was going to be nothing but good news for the A's.
Elvis Andrus, what a great lead down the line. He was going on contact. What a great play by Elvis Andrus to go on contact and coming down the line exactly the way you're supposed to, and there was no chance for Fletcher. But what a great job by Elvis Andrus. Really, some of the turning of the tables last night, guys, with Shohei Ohtani striking out on the back-to-back splitters by Frankie Montas. And of course, he has the outstanding splitter. And today, Elvis Andrus going on that contact play, something the Angels do better than probably anybody.
Slider for a strike to Laureano. Still only 1 out. 5 runs have scored for the A's. Going back in center field is Lagares. He's got it. Kemp's going to tag, and Kemp will go to third. And that's the 2nd out. And Joe Maddon's coming out with Olsen, the hitter. Cishek faced the 3 hitters that he needs to face. So Suarez, the lefty's coming in to face Olsen.
NBC Sports California is brought to you by Toyota. With 10 hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. And by Mercury Insurance. Get a quote at mercuryinsurance.com.
So the Angels bullpen has given it up today. These have scored 5 runs here in the 6th inning. Kemp's at third. Canna's at first. Olson's the hitter. Sixth inning this month with 5 or more runs. It's been that kind of June. These are 11-2 in the month of June. No June swoon here, just the opposite.
Well, the big inning last night for the Athletics started with the Matt Olson opposite field hit off of Andrew Heaney. Today he started this big inning with the base hit to shortstop that Iglesias couldn't handle. And Matt Olson, not surprisingly, right in the middle of everything.
Slider strike, 2-1 the count to Olson. There's the June records.
So far it's not been a June swoon for the A's.
No June swoon.
Yeah.
Angels have had a good month, but not a good trip to the Coliseum. Astros also 9-4 in the month. Drive to right, and that's a base hit. Kemp will trot home. He'll score. Canna digging around second, goes to third. And the big inning continues. It's now 8-4. Olson has 3 hits.
Well, he shook his head, thinking he might have been able to do something with that breaking ball he got the pitch previous to this one. This one kind of sidles up and rests on the inside part of the plate. Only not able to put a big, powerful swing on it, but nonetheless, he's able to get it out to the outfield. Drive another run in. Canna first to third.
And here's Lowry, who takes the first pitch strike.
Numbers on Jose Suarez, and they mentioned the one game he pitched against the Athletics. He was outstanding.
Well, the way the A's are playing right now, whoever they're playing against, you really can't make a mistake.
No.
I mean, the A's are so hot right now.
And so far, the 4 runs that Cole Irvin gave up. 3 in the first, 1 in the second. A's pitching's given up nothing since then. And meanwhile, they've put up 8 runs. You're right, Kay.
1-2 the count. The A's have now scored 43 runs in their last 6 games. And that includes today, and they're not done yet. Strike 3 called, so Lowry's called out. The inning comes to an end, and the A's do major damage. They score 6 runs. And as we head to the 7th inning, the A's now have the lead. It's 8-4 over the Angels. Fans, Xfinity Mobile delivers fast, nationwide 5G on the most reliable network. Break free from the big three and save with Xfinity Mobile. That kind of weather, being close to the water, is not a bad idea. It was 85 degrees at first pitch here at the Coliseum. I do check the Arizona weather quite often, just because, well, I love Arizona. It's a wonderful place to be, I would imagine.
What about $1.15?
Yeah, I saw 117 today, so it's it's toasty there. Chad Pinder is in the game in right field.
But it's a dry heat.
Oh yeah, right.
So
I talked to Nikki and Lindsay, our daughters, and they told me, "Yeah, Dad."
Kemp on the backhand, and Ohtani was retired. Now, it is very warm here today, and there was a game where the A's and the Angels played, but it was down in Anaheim, and Dallas was there for the first 4 innings, and then he just became a puddle.
He melted away.
He just melted away, and we looked down, and he was gone. Is today one of those days, Dallas? It is very warm for our man DB down there, but he's hanging in there.
It's a little toasty, and we've got the I've got the reflection at times from the metal platform that I'm located on, kind of cooking me from below.
Because metal generally heats up pretty well in the sun.
It's a decent reflector of light, transfer of heat. Yeah, bringing a new meaning to holding my feet to the fire.
Is your friend behind you staying cool?
He's hanging in there. No. It's bearable for now.
Well, Dallas, he's asleep. Dallas, if you brought your heater for cold nights, there's got to be a plug down there. What about for a fan?
Well, I would need some reverse engineering. But I'm with you.
Well, hang in there.
I'm doing my best.
Three and one now to Max Stassi.
Well, we have seen in this series that the Angels don't go away quietly, similar to the A's. So pitching has been good for the A's. They need to continue. Don't give the Angels any idea of coming back after a big crooked number for the Athletics.
Stassi hits it up the middle. Kemp is right there. And Kemp flips to first, 2 outs. The next time the A's see the Angels, looks like it's going to be July 19th and 20th. It's just a 2-game series. It's a Monday and a Tuesday, and it's right here at the Coliseum. So, just a quick one.
Well, there's going to be 19 played between the two, and usually they're pretty competitive.
The A's 6-3 against the Angels this year, trying to get to 7-3. The 2 pitch to Iglesias, swing and a miss, and that will do it. Birch Smith, a couple of groundouts and a strikeout. We've reached the 7th inning stretch from the Coliseum, with the A's going for the sweep, leading 8-4. All right, today's 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Ford and the fully electric F-150 Lightning. Let's take a look at it. But he built Ford proud. Bottom of the 7th inning, the A's leading at 8-4. Suarez stays in. He'll face Chapman, Pinder, and Andrews. And the first pitch, a little bit low. Sergio Romo is just starting to get loose in the A's bullpen. Angels bullpen is quiet. One and two now to Chapman. Chapman had an RBI hit and a run scored in that big 6th inning. And there's Sergio Romo. A's trying to finish a homestand 8-1. And we were actually, when this homestand started, remember guys, we were talking about how we need the A's to start playing a little bit better at home. Their road record is terrific. They're 18-9 on the road. But now all of a sudden with this great homestand, they're 24-18 at home. Hit well, center. Lagares back toward left center. And he makes the catch.
Well, fans, help send your grin and go to the top this summer and vote in the 2021 Google MLB All-Star ballot. Vote daily at athletics.com/all-star and on Google by searching MLB All-Star Vote. Matt Olson would be a pretty good guy to get there, wouldn't he?
I mean, obviously, no question he deserves it. And I don't think there's any question that he's going to be there. With the help of Dallas Braden. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we're trying. We're trying to do anything and everything we can to get Matt Olson to Colorado. He deserves it. We think he deserves it.
Are you willing to give away prizes?
Look, I'm telling you right now, what I've got in my hand is a copy of MLB The Show 2021 signed. You see that? That's not mine. No, that's Matt Olson's John Hancock right there. Autographed copy. MLB The Show 2021 for the PS4. If you can show us that you are supporting Matt Olson, there's plenty of opportunities to vote each and every day, up to 5 times a day. So that's what we need out of you, A's fans. And you can direct message or tweet me shots on Twitter, Instagram, showing me that you've done your part, and you just might be the recipient of this autographed Matt Olson MLB The Show copy 2021.
Goslin, bare hand throw, but it's not in time. So Pinder's going to have his second hit.
Well, it's the only play he could have made here. Bare hand, does a great job of getting around the ball. Gets a good grip, good throwing grip. But Chad Pinder hustling out of the box. That high chopper.
I love the emphatic safe call by Joe West. Joe's not going to exert himself. That's all right, though. As many games as he's umpired, he has the right to do whatever he wants to do.
Well, Dallas, I like the fact that the game has Jackie Robinson on the cover.
Well, that's one of the coolest.
I mean, seriously, doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, that's why you want to do your best if you can to try to keep the box when you get it in as good a shape as possible. Not only do you got a sweet autograph, but you got Jackie, a very, very cool package.
Mighty swing by Elvis Andrus, and it's 0-2.
And you got to remember, in this box, there's also a hat, MLB The Show hat as well. So you've got a hat, an autographed box. Very cool baseball game, and the peace of mind knowing that you made a difference in Matt Olson making his way to Colorado.
Now, does Matt, if he goes, take the Trident with him?
Oh, you better believe that, boss.
So one more time, Dallas, how do I have a chance to win the game?
Go vote for Matt Olson at least 5 times a day up until the last day that voting is possible. Take a screenshot of that, post that on Twitter, tag myself, tag the Oakland Athletics, Twitter, Instagram, and we will choose one lucky winner.
All right, I got you.
Really nothing too entering to win aside from just getting your vote out there and showing us you've done your part.
Perfect. Nicely done, Dallas.
Kipe, I know where you were going. You thought everybody that voted was going to get one, right?
Well, that's what I was saying.
Oh, no.
Game for you, game for you, game for you. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, nope. We're probably going to be knocking on the door of 100,000 plus copies or so, and I'm not there. I like you guys.
So 2-2 the count to Elvis Andrus. Walked and scored in the 6th. Looks like everybody scored in the 6th. Everybody almost did. Another foul ball. Just over the netting. A little over 6,000 in the ballpark today.
You know, the success of the club on the homestand here, you mentioned Kipe looking to go 8-1. And you think about the way that they've performed, the starting pitching, the bullpen doing well, and the way that they've scored runs, the different shades of offense we've seen. And then a couple moves today. Plugging in Jed Lowry, plugging in Chad Pinder. Both guys successful. And you really start to get a feel for the depth of this lineup and the depth of this club. And with Bob Melvin's ability to put guys in positions to succeed and opportunities that favor them, it's no wonder the numbers look like they do here at home right now.
Giết 3 tem không quên bất kỳ cơ chị.
Andrus, after a long at bat, strikes out.
And when you consider the homestand started with lefty Mike Minor on the mound for the Royals, shoving it up the A's, the breaking ball from Suarez. A's, matter of fact, Kipe didn't have a runner in scoring position in that game. It was a Jed Lowry home run, the only run in the game. And the Royals won 6-1, and the A's done a pretty good job since then.
Mike Minor was good.
Yes, he was.
And here's Tony Kemp. I think 2 guys make the A's depth really, really good. And I think it's Kemp and I think it's Pinder. Because you're talking about 2 players, but you're also talking about 4 or 5 positions that they can cover. Probably more than that, actually. That one hit hard, but right to Fletcher. Kemp is out, and so are the A's in the 7th. We will head to the 8th inning. Romo coming in, 8-4 A's. So it's the top of the 8th inning. Sergio Romo comes in. A's 6 outs away from completing the sweep. Romo's first pitch to Taylor Ward is a little bit outside. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. Appearance number 26 for the veteran right-hander Sergio Romo. If the A's can finish off the sweep, the Angels will be 9 games back.
Yep. Came in 6, could have left 3.
And leave 9.
Could possibly leave 9. You're right.
Well, you can listen. You can really deflate a team if you push them back in the standings and you do it quickly. 3 days, you lose 3 games in the standings. That's tough. But that's what first place teams do. Coming into today, the A's with the 5th best record in all of baseball. Again, that's coming into today. The Rays, number 1. White Sox, Giants, 2. Tied for 2nd. Then the Dodgers and the A's. Best records in baseball. White Sox did beat the Rays today, though, 8-7. That was a marquee series in Chicago, and the White Sox took 2 out of 3. The Rays' lead over the Red Sox is now just a game and a half in the AL East. And the Red Sox will play in Atlanta tonight.
Well, for the Yankees, they are playing tonight in Buffalo against the Blue Jays. And, you know, I was thinking about, it's unfortunate that the Blue Jays have not been able to play at Rogers Center. But you think of the visiting teams that have not had to go through customs, going in and out of Toronto.
Yeah, that's true. It is a little bit of a, of a time delay.
Definitely.
When you go there. 2-2 pitch. There's the Romo slider, and Ward can't lay off. So Romo comes into the game. It is an immediate dance party, and we like to catch it for you. And there it is. They're getting along. That's good.
It brings the fans together. It gives them something to look forward to.
How many of those people think they actually know what the words are to the song? And they don't care, though. It's just it's the beat.
It's got a good beat, and I can dance to it, Ray.
The horns, you can dance to it.
That's what they used to say. That's what they used to say on American Bandstand, Ray. Had a good beat and I can dance to it. I'll give it a 10.
American Bandstand, Dick Clark. Well, you're going back in time, man.
Well, I'm telling you. I mean, you get a good Saturday morning. You get American Bandstand. You follow it up with Soul Train. If that's not a good way to start your weekend, I don't know what is. The great Don Cornelius.
Yeah.
It's called having 2 older brothers.
Yeah, I don't think Dick Clark ever aged 1 year, did he? One day. Looked the same.
One and 2 to Jared Walsh.
You could say that Sergio Romo throws a little bit under the average velocity, which is just perfect.
Yeah, he's never been a real hard thrower, but try to pinpoint with your location, and then you got a go-to pitch.
All about spin and magic for Romo.
Spin and magic. That's the old spin rate again.
tried it, but it stayed outside. Two pitch to Walsh, who's 0 for 3 in the game. Strike 3 called outside corner with the slider. Romo glances back.
Your attention, please.
And that's out number 2.
Well, just a little bit better one, right?
Yep.
Tried to the pitch before, didn't get the call. Back to the well. And good enough for Romo to get the call. And that's what we're talking about, spinning magic. Put your pitch where you want it.
This is Wong pinch hitting for Gosselin, third baseman.
Gosselin had a couple hits and an RBI. Not a whole lot on the bench for Joe Madden. He only has 3 extra players, and one of them is Rendon, who is not going to put him in the game, and the other is your backup catcher.
Looks like this caught a little bit of Mr. Knight there.
Big old long shin guard on underneath the pant legs. Probably didn't feel a thing.
Two 2-0 to Wong. Right off the end of the bat. Loops one just past the A's dugout. Outfield straightaway for Wong. Andrus, the shortstop, slid over behind second base. Good slider right at the knees. It's got such a big break to it. I think if a left-handed hitter sees that, it just looks like it's outside.
That's right.
Even if it drops right into the strike zone like that would be.
Yeah, you just hope the umpire doesn't give up on it and call it where it looks like it's going to be and not where it's going to finish.
If he tries it again. Yes, he did. Strike 3 called. No. Called it too early. My bad. That was about where the pitch was to Walsh.
Well, I agree with you, Guy. It looked like Brian Knight is going to come up, but maybe he's just loosening up the right foot that got hit.
So full count. Pinder in and over, and he's got it. So Romo has a 3-up, 3-down inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th with the A's leading it 8-4. Game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers, and here it is. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Angels. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Athletics. Cole Irvin, 5 2/3 innings. Griffin Canning, 5 innings, but it was the 6th inning. That is the story in this game. The A's scored 6 runs in that 6th inning, and they did it on 6 hits, and that is the difference in the game. Ken Wong stays in the game at 3rd after pinch hitting for Gosselin. Yermis Garcia's 1 for 3. Now the A's 3 outs away from their 6th consecutive win.
One that's got to feel good knowing that you've been able to play the kind of baseball you have here during this stretch at home. Coming in against the Angels. Playing good baseball.
Scooped up by Fletcher, who throws out Garcia.
Be able to kind of put their fire out. You do it with what hopefully ends up being a sweep of the series before you hit the road.
Well, and we talked about it in the open of our show. There's just nothing the A's are not doing right now. The starting pitching has been terrific. I mean, Cole Irvin gave up 4 runs today. That's the first time in 10 games that a starting pitcher has allowed more than 2 earned runs. I mean, think about that. Your starters go 10 straight games allowing 2 earned runs or fewer.
But in the case of Cole Irvin today, ambushed in the first 6 innings. 3 runs, gave up a run in the 2nd inning, and zeros across the board for the Angels the rest of the way. Trying to get 1 more.
He did not let the game get out of hand.
No, he didn't. That's his job, and he did it excellently.
Well, you stretch out the starting pitcher notes, go back into the month of May a little bit. Last 19 games, starters are 11-4 with a 2.24 ERA. I like the innings per start averaging 6.2 innings per start. So think about that. That's an average. You're pitching into the 7th inning every game. How you that double whammy. If you're pitching into the 7th inning as a starter, that means you're pitching well, and you're saving your bullpen.
And that's the thought right there. Saving the bullpen. I think most bullpens try to pinpoint, identify 3-4 guys that they can go to in leverage situations. And with that number, 6 2/3, you're leaving 7 outs left to be covered. Not asking a whole lot out of your bullpen.
James Carpillion right there, number 32, makes his debut in Boston. So what does he do Friday? The Big Apple, the Bronx. On the big stage, full capacity, and they may be capacity.
Iglesias reaches out, makes the backhanded play, and that's out number 2. Iglesias he's made a couple great plays. This was a very nice play.
Yeah, I've had just about enough of him out there. But I tell you, it is a treat to watch. And you appreciate talents like that because it's guys that just don't take pitches off. The scoreboard is never going to dictate the kind of effort they put forth.
So with 2 outs, Laureano hits. 1 for 4 with a home run for Ramon Laureano as his first game back. He hit a home run and he robbed a home run.
Well, they're definitely changing of the game. Ramon Laureano with Upton, who probably is tired of seeing Ramon Laureano as he times it jump perfectly. Brings back the home run, and it just seems that every time he does this, he does something even better with the bat, and that's what he did. I mean, it's like it's all downhill for him after that. Robbing a home run and second AB home run.
Slice foul again.
Well, here's the homer. Foss, I knew it. You knew it.
Yeah.
Spoken into existence. And the Laser follows suit. He obliges. Much needed for him coming back. Guy who is just starving to make an impact every time he takes the field.
And that was at a time when Griffin Canning was coasting. He had a 4-0 lead. Ramon hits the home run. Canning gives up a run in the next inning. He's out of the game. The A's put up a 6th spot in the 6th. So good scenario, starting with Ramon coming back. And he's been impressive to me because I thought, man, with the rehab assignment that give a chance to get there. But Dallas Uenkamp said it best. He said he felt okay. Skipper went with him, and the move was made. And the move had to be made because the team's traveling after the game. So Sky Bolt had to know. And so did Ramon.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Flores has a 3-up, 3-down inning. A's 3 outs away from the sweep.
Brought to you by your California Ford dealers. While the A's have had a miraculous comeback, how about these plays, though, by Iglesias? That one, a no-look play, and robbed Moreland. And this one, this was just unbelievable. Reaches back and catches the ball, avoids the mound, tumbles over, and then flips the ball back to Gosselin as third baseman with just no hand. That time, Sunshine was on the shoulder, and Iglesias was making the plays. Fortunately, he didn't make one play, and that started the A's 6-run inning. So give him the accolades for 4 plays of the game, and he deserved them considering the plays that he made.
Lou Trevino, for the final 3 outs, he pumps a strike into Juan Lagares. .225 ERA for Lou Trevino. The A's will have off tomorrow, but if they're traveling after the game, they will, well, they're going to have a late arrival in New York, but they'll be able to enjoy an off day in the Big Apple. Not a bad place to have an off day. Get ready for the Yankees. Surprising, looking up the Yankees, just kind of, you know, what's going on with them. They're second to last in the American League in runs scored, which raises the question: how does that happen?
I agree. It's been a shortage of production,
man.
Had a few injuries, but still, they are powerful enough that they should not be that low.
The probables for Friday night: Kaprielian and Taillon. Taillon was a big offseason acquisition, and he has not done a lot. 1-4 with a 5.74 ERA. The A's will not see Garrett Cole in that series, so that's good news for the A's. That's the guy you really don't want to see. Aaron Judge having a pretty good year. Angels will head home. They'll host the Detroit Tigers starting tomorrow night.
And Lair brings up a good point about Kaprielian coming from the Yankees to start against the Yankees. Yeah. Should be a good time for him.
Payback, Ray.
Yeah,
it's payback.
Yeah,
so he's thinking about it right now.
Well, he's just happy to be right there in the big league dugout, kicking back, getting ready for his next start. Considering how far he has come, I think the biggest question is Doug going to be in New York for the game on Friday? That would be exciting.
It would be exciting. I hope if he is there, the Yankees fans treat him nice.
Yeah.
High fastball, 98 miles an hour, and that's a swing and a miss.
David Fletcher.
Go get you some Sweet Lou. Found the honey hole at the top of the strike zone here against Lagares. You got 98. Feel free to reach back and challenge.
Well, I thought it was interesting. Of course, he has a few runs to play with. Tried the curveball a couple of times, didn't work. Then airmailed one back to the backstop, and then just reared back and challenged him. Speaking of challenges, here's another one.
Fletcher 1 for 2 today. Single and a walk. Up the middle. Andrus near the bag at second, throws, and that's the second out.
Number 10, Justin Upton.
So here's Upton, 2 away, nobody on, top of the ninth. Upton 1 for 4. He doubled on the first pitch of the game, and then he scored. That was first inning where the Angels scored 3 times, and then they scored again in the second to make it 4-0. It stayed 4-0 till the bottom of the fourth, and that's when the A's started to chip away, as they do very, very well. 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 6 in the sixth. He's trying to go 16 games over 500.
Yeah, in that 6th inning also, the Angels with a couple of runners on base, first and third. Birch Smith came in, struck out Upton, and The Angels have done nothing since. Of course, it was only the bunt base hit by Ohtani. That was in the 5th inning. He was stranding at 3rd.
Trevino grabs it. He throws, and Olsen grabs it, and that's the ball game. So the A's finish off the 3-game sweep of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And man, oh man, are the A's rolling right now. They have won 6 in a row. They finished the homestand with an 8-1 record. Check out this note, guys. The A's record now 43-27. Best record after 70 games since 1990. That was a World Series season for the Athletics. So, A's head out on the road as one of the hottest teams in all of baseball. Time of game today was 2 hours and 56 minutes. The attendance was 6,228. And your final score today, the Athletics 8 and the Angels 4. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Time now for A's Post Game Live. It is brought to you by Toyota.